book that we are reading has a purpose in the journey that we're trying to take you on with the book club, and a lot of it's going to be about implementation. So if it's a 5-hour audio book or it's a 12-hour audio book, if you take 50-60 minutes worth of content and implement that into your life, then that's the necessary process. You're not going to consume everything. Everything's not going to sit with your core values or your beliefs. It's just about taking stock of what the main stem of the content is. Ultimately, the club's about accountability. And the reason why this started is because people were asking me for book recommendations a lot. So for me to hold people accountable and get you through the books is super important. But if the book's not for you and you don't finish it, that's fine as well. I want to make sure that everyone understands that whatever their review of the book is, whether it's positive, negative or indifferent, that's fine and that's allowed. So if you didn't like the book for whatever reason, vocalise it, and then that might help somebody else, because what we lacked before when we were reading on our own is a sounding board to understand whether we actually understood what the book was about or whether our thought process was right. Well, I'm going to talk a lot about the 3 C's this year, which is community, collaboration and connections, which is ultimately exactly what this is. But I do definitely want you to lock into those 3 C's as much as you possibly can. Interact, exchange business, build friendships, but maybe most importantly have a support system or a network to be able to talk to people that are outside your current friend group, whether you want to grow and develop, or whether you just need like a shoulder to lean on and someone not to potentially judge you. So if anyone does need to have a personal chat with me, then it'll always stay private. The aim ultimately is for growth. So we are going to try and grow as individuals, grow as a community, and I think that's really important. I said in the last talk that we have a plan. The plan is to be the biggest book club in the UK and the coolest book club in the UK, but also the most diverse. And when I talk about diverse, I'm talking about race, religion, neurodiversity, disabilities. We want everybody to come and join the mission, join the community, and we want to make it as accessible as we possibly can. The next stage of what we're potentially going to be doing is we're going to do a book club for the juniors, so from 11 to 16 years old. The plan is that I want to take high school kids on a journey outside the education system. I've worked in it. I think it's a little bit archaic. I don't think they're teaching the kids exactly what they need to be taught, and what we're going to try and do is teach them about successful people or careers that they're not taught in school, take them on a journey, and ultimately that will be a little bit of a youth team, and then this maybe is the first team if we're talking about football analogies. Some of you are parents here, and you guys are always going to be the role models and setting examples. So it might just be a case of if you've got a niece, a nephew, children of a certain age, can you recommend them? Can you tell them that we're going to make it cool? And we're going to get children learning about successful people, because a lot of the successful people in the world didn't necessarily work their way through or graduate from the education system. We're going to have to try and make it a little bit cooler. We're going to try and get Marcus Rashford or someone cool to come and talk to the kids, but ultimately it's about allowing them to read and enjoy reading.
People prefer to have honesty, they prefer to have clear progression, they prefer to have a manager that tells them stuff that they need to hear in order to progress as a person and as an employee.
It's kind of allowing everybody to be heard. So if somebody's got something to say, opening that space, maybe creating a space for somebody to say what it is that they need to say, and then that creates more innovation because people can not only bring their ideas to the table, but everybody can talk about it.
Whether you're in an organisation or you're doing your own thing, you're chasing your own goals in life, one of the biggest killer of dreams from my own personal experience is fear of failure.
So the first quote that we all came across that we all agreed on was, you're building a team and you're not raising a family with